Hey guys, Unfair here. Welcome back to another episode of Cutting Room Floor.
You one of Tong's boys?
No. I just like hanging out in the sewers because they smell better than what I eat for breakfast. Any other stupid questions?
Not yet. But if I come up with one, I'll be sure to ask. Where's the kid?
We thought he was in the upper city, holed up nice and tight inside the bell tower compound. But as it turned out, the fox got nervous. Didn't like the look of Tong's flex stick, so they moved his son someplace safer.
What could be safer than inside bell tower headquarters?
You're about to find out, migrant. They're holding him just around that corner in the basement of an old noodle factory. Won't be easy getting him out either, because the men guarding him aren't your typical bell tower police. These are warriors, specially trained, heavily augmented.
I have a feeling I may have met them before. If that's the case, you got an escape plan?
You are the escape plan, my friend. Didn't Tong tell you? If Bell Tower finds out anyone else is involved, things are going to get very ugly in Lower Hengsha.
So Tong's willing to risk his kid's life on one man's abilities?
Not necessarily. When you get to Tong's son, give him this. He'll know what to do with it. Now get going. Wouldn't want you to miss your next ride.
Those will come in handy for the final boss fight. I don't really have too much use for them until then, though. You really only need them if you don't want to be seen while you're hacking something. This TLC is actually reasonably complex. There are actually 3 ways into Tong. If you go far left down this hallway, you can do a direct assault on a bunch of guys. But if you want to avoid those guys, there's a laser grid you can hack and go directly into a room. Or there's the third option, which I'm going to take, using my heavy lifting to disable the poison gas. Or if you had the rebreather, of course, you could just run straight through it.
Access granted.
That was a really close call. I didn't want to waste the stopworm on it or anything, though. I'm not sure if we actually have any stopworms left. I'm actually surprised that guy didn't hear us at all. The door on the left of this room is the one we could have come directly in if we had hacked the laser grid. And if we go to the right here down this hallway, there's a balcony with a bunch of guys guarding it. That's the room with the most military in this place, so I'd rather just avoid it. If you manage to take down a couple guys silently on the balcony though, there are a few vents you can sneak through up there. This actually comes out into the heavily guarded third hallway that I was talking about before. Supposedly we place these, and then we hold down the grenade button again, and it triggers them to go off. Come on, turn around. There's one down. You open wide. Now, we should be able to take out the rest of them if they come looking with this one. It looked like there was somebody pushing on that box right there, but that mine isn't blowing up for some reason. There he comes.
Nearest source of disturbance.
Everyone's down now. We really didn't have to take out the last 2 guys there, but I figured why not. Now, we want to break through this wall here, but there's actually a guy on the other side. So I'm going to buy another sight upgrade. And this one will actually let us see through walls. And actually he's right on the other side, so we should just be able to kill him. If he wasn't right there, I was actually going to use the laser rifle on him. Which actually does shoot through walls. So it's kind of a nice combination. That's how it works. For some reason it wasn't getting that guy at first. It must have some sort of range on it. I've never had a chance to play with it before, so I intend to put it to good use this time. If I can find some more ammo for it, of course.
Access granted.
And this is Tong's cell right here. Looks like he's the only one home.
You Tong's kid.
So my mother keeps telling me, but you are neither bell tower nor Chinese. Am I to assume my honored father is covering his back by sending you in to spring me instead of his harvesters?
Wise assumption. Let's get out of here.
I don't think so. Last time I checked, Bell Tower had a lot of firepower out there. You may have been able to slip past them with ease, but I'm thinking it's safer in here. No offense, American.
None taken. I wasn't crazy about the odds myself, but when I questioned it, I was told to give you this.
Well, well. Way to go, Father. This changes everything. Assuming they reassembled it correctly. You ready to go?
Tell me something first. How the hell was Bell Tower able to nab you?
Whatever do you mean?
Come on, kid. I may not be 100% up on the triads, but I'm betting your dad's not far from becoming a dragon head. I find it highly unlikely that the local authorities could just waltz in and take off with his son.
Under normal circumstances, you would be right. But in this case, I'm the one who waltzed over to them.
You volunteered to be kidnapped? Why?
Let's just say, my father and I do not share the same love of augmentations. I find them dangerous and not something our family should be putting so much trust in. But father expects me to... how do you say it? Follow in his footprints? So a change of scenery is required.
I'm not following you.
Tong Si-hung would never willingly allow his only son to leave his side. I needed a way to convince him that I had to leave Hengsha immediately.
So you orchestrated the kidnapping. You're playing with fire, kid. By pitting the triads against Bell Tower, you've put the entire population of Lower Hengsha at risk.
That may be true. But you are here to rescue me, aren't you? So my plan seems to be working this far.
Right. And sometimes the more power you think you have, the more quickly it slips from your grasp.
I will try to remember that, American. Are you ready to go now?
I'd feel a lot more confident about things if I knew what the device was and exactly what you intend to do with it.
You mean they didn't tell you? Not surprising, I suppose, given how much Father enjoys his little secrets. I assume you've noticed how his harvesters like to repurpose existing technology?
If you mean steal it from other people and sell it to new customers, then yeah, I noticed.
Not necessarily a practice I approve of, but not everything gets resold. Sometimes it is taken apart and reassembled into something more useful. A handheld version, for instance, that doesn't need to be implanted in the human body to work.
You're still not telling me what that thing is.
Easier if I just show you. So, Shall we leave?
Yeah, but stick close. Your father and I have some unfinished business to take care of, and it all goes to shit if I don't get you back to him in one piece.
Don't worry about that. I'll make sure Father sticks to his promise. Maybe even get him to throw in a little extra. But as grateful as I am for your assistance, from here on in, it's every man for himself. See you later.
So he has a handheld version of our cloaking device, which is what that email was talking about earlier. So at this point we can just head back out the way we came. And once we talk to Tong, we have a couple quests to complete on the other side of the city. We also need to talk to that doctor, but we should be able to stop at the limb clinic on the way back as well. I like how if you follow the proper path, everything is right in a row in this game. It's only if you don't know where you're going that you end up wandering all over the place. One thing I thought was funny last time we were here was that the doctor was talking about premier customers and how he wouldn't turn us in, meaning that our company paid a lot for us to be a member.
So? You have found Zelazny? I cannot stress enough the importance of this task, Mr. Jensen.
I found him.
Really, Mr. Jensen? You have been able to make him understand reason? Will he turn himself in?
It's a long story, Doc. I tracked Zelazny and his men. They were hiding in the sewers. And after talking to him, I decided to let him go.
What? But he is a dangerous man, Mr. Jensen. You should not have done this.
The men Zelazny's after are far more dangerous than he is. His methods are extreme, but I think his cause is justified. To be honest, Doc, I believe what he wants isn't that different from you. An honorable government free of corruption. They could use a man like you.
I had not foreseen such a thing. I don't know, Mr. Jensen. You seem to believe that the end justifies the means, but I don't know. I'll have to think about this. Here is a praxis kit. It's all I have.
So actually we did end up getting the practice kit even without killing them. Or stopping them in any way. I didn't realize that was possible, but I've only done that quest maybe once before. I don't think I even found it the first time I played through this game. Like I said, it doesn't put a marker on your map or anything for that last stage. Now, we need to turn in that quest for that lady real quick. The data chip that we were supposed to get back. And once we turn that in, then we should be able to talk to Tong. And it's actually pretty important to have pheromones at this point if you want to see the most interesting information. There's no way to get it without the pheromones. Whoops. That activated the wrong ladder. I've never seen that happen before. Activating one that's actually behind you.
You must get that chip back, Mr. Jensen.
I got the chip. The sellers are out cold.
Excellent work. Seems Mr. Darrow was right to trust you. We will send people to take care of the terrorists. Could I see the chip?
How about you tell me what's on it first?
Blackmail, Mr. Jensen? Don't waste your time. I won't tell you anything. Besides, there are stones better left unturned. Might as well just give me the chip and leave it at that.
Now, I believe she's a beta. Our meters haven't really been giving us much information for her.
Look, you're a powerful young woman. You're in a position that warrants your access to classified information. I understand that not everybody should get their hands on this, but I'm like you. I work for a powerful man, and I get entrusted with secret information on a daily basis. Plus, I'm the one who busted his ass getting this chip for you.
I guess your point is not entirely without merit. But understand, this information is extremely confidential. It concerns Panchaea, and more specifically, the Hiram Project.
Hiram Project. Never heard of it.
I'm not surprised. It is a well-guarded secret. But without it, Panchaea could not exist. Such an ambitious project. An installation extending all the way to the ocean floor. The pressure exerted against it is constantly shifting. Yet the slightest defect in structural integrity could bring it all down. That's why we needed something powerful and extremely efficient to monitor it, day and night.
You're saying the Hiram Project is some kind of advanced computer?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
Thank you for your honesty. The information is safe with me, don't worry. Here's your data chip.
Ah, perfect. You don't know what this means, Mr. Jensen. Your help has been invaluable. Thank you. Even though this was a favor for Mr. Darrow, he believes you should be duly rewarded. Here is a payment in credits. I'm sure Mr. Darrow will wish to congratulate you himself. Expect to hear from him soon.
You actually have to be careful with that, because if you pick the wrong personality type for her, you can actually completely fail that, and she won't give you any credits at all.
It seems David has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Glad I could help. Couldn't let information about something as sensitive as the Hiram Project get in the hands of the wrong people.
No. No, we couldn't. So, Meng Yao told you about the project, I see.
A little.
I'm afraid words can't do it justice. To fully comprehend the ramifications of what's been created in Panchaea, you'd have to see it for yourself. And who knows? Perhaps one day you will.
I like how he just outs her right away after telling her the secret was safe. So I could actually pick up the heavy rifle when I get back. It should still be there with Tong. And right now I'm completely out of ammo for the laser rifle. But we will be seeing more ammo for it pretty soon in the game. And it's the one weapon that can shoot through walls, which is pretty useful, so I'm going to keep a hold of it for now. Usually I don't like to hold on to weapons that I don't have any ammo for.
Is this revenge, theft, or just bad manners? Put that piece of crap weapon away. You have talent, Jensen. You ever need a job, you tell me. I'll hook you up.
I take it the kid made it back in one piece?
He says I owe you a weapon. I always repay my debts. With interest.
That's one debt paid. Now tell me what you know.
Bell Tower keeps 2 ships in port. They think nobody notices, but I keep an eye. Every couple of days, one of them loads up in the middle of the night and sails out.
Heading where?
A wise man doesn't ask. I just know the Heizen Su pulls out tonight. And where she make port, I bet you find your scientists.
That's a whole lot of maybe, Tong.
True. But maybe you lucky more times than I can count.
Bell Tower runs tight security. How do you expect me to get on their ship?
One of my boys will leave a package inside a locker for you in an equipment shed. You find it, we talk, and I tell you what to do next.
I'll be waiting with bated breath, I'm sure.
So completing that quest gave us a grenade launcher. And I really haven't been able to find any information on what happens if you don't take the grenade launcher. It doesn't give you any extra dialogue or anything at this point.
What the fuck happened?
Maybe it's something the developers just put in there and forgot about? If you guys have any idea what it does, please tell me. I'd be interested to know.
You buy or sell? I do it all. Look at a computer and see for yourself. Bye-bye. I see you soon.
I just bought all the stun gun and trank ammo that he had. No laser batteries, unfortunately. You don't really see those at vendors too much, if at all. Not really surprising since you get this gun so late in the game. So there are a couple ways to approach this. We're gonna head over to the security computer over here.
So Jesse was puking his guts out this morning.
I guess I didn't really have to hack both those.
Access granted.
So it looks like they're a little worried about Tong causing trouble because of his son. And the life pods loaded up. We'll be seeing those life pods pretty soon. Those are what transition us into the Missing Link DLC. Now, this other computer should let us open the front gate.
Access granted.
Nice, it looks like we can flip a robot to our side as well. That should help a little bit. Oh, I saw a guard running. Hopefully that robot will take them all down. The only robot I remember in here is over on the side. It seems like it's running into an awful lot of guys though, so maybe there's another one in the middle that I don't remember. Let's hop into this building real quick while those guys are playing with our new toy, and see if they have any other interesting emails in here. These bots are actually a lot tougher than I remember. I would have thought with the amount of guys in here that it would have been destroyed already. It looks like it's just taking them all down though.
Access granted.
We've seen this email before. And this one looks like a list of all the ships that are leaving today. One's going to an Arctic Sea installation. I bet that's a reference to Panchaea. The other ones are just going normal places like Hong Kong, Cairns, and Singapore, it looks like. And that's another one we've seen before as well. Now, I see a robot over there, but I think that's the one that we must have converted. I'm just heading down here because I think there's a little more laser rifle ammo down here. If I remember correctly.
I knew someone was here.
Access granted.
Kill you!
Wow, that was really close. I don't have any ammo for that. Let's try this. Right after my health recharges, of course. Yeah, that grenade launcher works really well. It was nice that that door actually got hacked right before he saw us. So we didn't have to redo that entire thing over again. Well, this isn't what I was hoping to find. I don't know where that ammo I was remembering was. Looks like this should be a decent shortcut, though. We'll need the implanted rebreather. And we do have enough praxis to buy it. We'd need it later anyway to buy these sprint upgrades. So we might as well get it now.
You sure could teach my boys some tricks, Jensen.
Tong? How did you get this frequency?
Ancient Chinese secret. Now listen. You're going to plant that package in Administrator Wang's office. Put it on the bastard's desk and trigger it. Sound good?
Sounds like I'm doing you a favor. How does it help me?
The explosion should distract the guards. Then you hop in a cargo pod and off you go. But you only got one shot. No turning back once you trigger that thing, you get me?
I got you. Only set it if I'm ready to go.
And there is one sniper up top there that we haven't taken care of. But the bot got rid of all the rest of the guys that would normally be patrolling out here, it looks like.
Access granted.
Got another one of those Pep's energy packs. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a chance to show off that gun during this playthrough. I know there was one in the police station, I can't remember if there's any more. I don't really use it all that much because it takes so long to reload. And it's really only useful in very specific situations, when you have a large group of guys you want to take out non-lethally. And as you might have noticed, I really don't care about being non-lethal. Also, the gun and the ammo combined take up a crap load of inventory space. Not sure why that guy didn't go down. Pretty sure I hit him right on the money. About time that guy went down. The room we want is actually that office directly across from us. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get in there, though. Hopefully I can avoid fighting all these guys on the factory floor, at least. Whoa, that helicopter freaked me out. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. I thought it was somebody shooting a machine gun at me at first. Okay, we're in a pretty good position right now. We can actually hack directly into the doors down this corridor. Unfortunately, there's a turret down the hall that's going to wipe us out if we try and do that. So I'm going to go for the ladder on the side of the building. Can't see the ladder now. There we go.
Come out! Come out!
Yep, here's the vent I remember. And at this point we should be pretty safe. I don't think there's any guys in these offices here. Yep, looks like we're good to go.
Shit!
That was a pretty short timer.
So that distraction wasn't just for me, was it, Tong?
Hello, Tong Jr. I like how the boat is called the Tracer.
Richard, I'm going off the grid for a while. Not sure how long.
Why? What are you up to, Jensen?
Following a lead.
And where exactly is this lead taking you?
You there! Get that cargo, clear the fire! We're pulling out now! Load it, secure those pods!
Answer me, Jensen. Where are you going?
Hell if I know, Pritchard. Hell if I know.
Next episode, The Missing Link DLC.